Sound check. On BeeTv Major News Bulletin, reaching you from Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria.
There was an MOU between the state government and the NDDC to complete the remaining part of the roads. And I've also been told that the state government, from what I've seen, the work done so far, I'm impressed.
You know, say road matter different. The one with the state they do go finish maybe sometime next year, but the one where they want to go finish in about 2 years too.
Edo State Government and the Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC to expedite the completion of the ongoing Benin-Abraka Road.
The people of Isako West constituency too, we appreciate all their concern, all their prayers, and the case was dismissed. We came out victorious.
Election of APC Honorable Gani Akohian representing Isako West constituency 2 and PDP Honorable Sunday Ehimewele representing Esa Central Local Government, Esa Central constituency at the Edo State House of Assembly.
We will do a lot of mobilization to carry out our protest and express our displeasure once more. If this clarion call is not yielded, then we would now have no further option than to ask our members working in Lagos to withdraw their services forthwith.
Plus, Nigerian Customs Service graduates 18 cadets from Ikeja Training College. Who should be the breadwinner in a family? Is it the man? Does it really count if the woman is? How many lawmakers are there in the National Assembly? I mean, the Senate and the House of Representatives together. Do you know? We have these reports and many more in our Saturday special news bulletin. Welcome aboard. My name is Best Orator. We begin now with our first story, as the Ministry of Niger Delta Development is currently exploring a joint venture between the Edo State Government and the Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC to expedite the completion of the ongoing Benin-Abraka Road. The Minister, Honorable Engineer Abubakar Momo, gave the hint during an inspection of the road commencing from Upper Sokomba Road Junction as part of its phase 25-kilometer project undertaken by the Niger Delta Development Commission down to the Benin Abraka Road. The report.
Look at the banner. Please take a look at it.
In continuation of his tour of various states in the Federation to ascertain the level of progress or otherwise of federal roads, the Minister of Niger Delta Development Commission, Engineer Abubakar Momo, was in Benin City, Edo State capital, to have an on-the-spot assessment of some roads. The Minister, joined by the Honorable Commissioner for Roads and Bridges, Honorable Etan Zame, were at the ongoing construction of the Benin Abraka Road. Engineer Abubakar Momo told journalists that his objective was to assess the progress of the project, identify challenges, and explore opportunities for collaboration with the state government through a joint venture. He said the federal government, ably led by President Bola Tinubu, is determined to make life meaningful for Nigerians.
It's one of the roads under the Ministry of Niger Delta Development. And as you can see, and what we have been told, this road project was awarded far back to 2009 by the Ministry of Niger Delta Development. And about 50 kilometers out of the 88 kilometers have been constructed by the Ministry of Niger Delta Development. I also understand that thereafter, there was an MOU between the state government and the NDDC to complete the remaining part of the roads. From what I've seen, the work done so far, I'm impressed, but I do hope and pray that the remaining part of the road will be completed up to Abraka so that the people in this very area will make full use of the road. Otherwise, if it's not constructed up to Abraka, it means the purpose is even defeated.
On his part, Edo State Commissioner for Roads and Bridges, Honorable Etan Zame, who accompanied the minister on the inspection, also provided valuable insight into the joint venture between the state government and the NDDC. According to the commissioner, it is important for the state to partner with the federal government on the road due to the economic advantages along the Benin Abraka axis and to alleviate pressure on the Benin Sapele Road. He explained that the state is embarking on a 40.5-kilometer project from Iviakaba community to Ugo Junction, which will be divided into 3 phases. Phase 1 covers the stretch from Iviakaba community to Okogbo, which is a 15.5 kilometer. Phase 2 from Okogbo community to Idwowina community, which is 7.5 kilometers. And phase 3 from Idwowina community to Ugo Junction, which is 17.5 kilometers.
The Federal Ministry of Niger Delta and the Managing Director of NDDC come visit Edo, come see the state of the federal roads where they under their purview. So as they come now, they don't see the Benin Abraka Road where the state don't take off half of them, about 40 kilometers where the state they do. They want to do the other side. All the cries from us, from the people and also from the states, they don't listen to them. So they don't consider they want to work with the state together to make sure say that road they very good.
The Managing Director, Dr. Samuel Ogboku, and the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, Dr. Shoaib Begore, were also part of the Minister's delegation. The Minister of Niger Delta Development Commission, during his working visit to the state, also had a private meeting with the Oba of Benin, Obaewa II, CFRO, after inspecting the one-stop youth center in Benin City, or the local government area, one of the ministry's projects. On the entourage were Dr. Samson Osage, Honorable Godwin Esheshi, Dr. Chris Ogeneshove, and several other federal and state government officials. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. Motorists plying the Benin Sapele Road by the bypass have commended Edo State government for the palliative work on the fate portions of the road to ease traffic. BeeTv News Amas Amego, who visited the road, however, report that motorists is calling on the federal government to provide a permanent solution by reconstructing the road.
That was the condition of the Benin Sapele Road bypass, as motorists and business owners have now heaved a sign of relief following the palliative work executed on the road by the Edo State government to ameliorate the plight of motorists and other road users. Respondents who spoke with BeeTv News crew said asphalting the failed portion of the road has now made driving the area a little bit manageable and called on the federal government to provide a permanent solution on the road.
Today it makes sense. Today it makes sense. Before. It's for well. Before it's for well.
And the road before it be scattered, but now it's okay. There is no problem now. Hold up before, no fit they pass, but now everywhere good.
Respondents who spoke with BeeTv News said doing some palliative measures on failed portion of the road has now made driving the area a little bit manageable and called on the federal government to provide a permanent solution on the road.
Yeah, and Ulubu. In fact, there is nothing you can write about it. because now they will enjoy and pass how it take day before. But normally, no be so the road supposed to be. But I don't know what thing they happen. Even now, where they go so. I don't move this morning. Now everybody know whether I go fit pass or not. But maybe the government will help us for the road.
But what I want the federal government to do, I would prefer they also try to make the Ologbo community, the road that leads to Warri, Bayelsa, Port Harcourt, to ensure that that road is more okay too, because that road is very bad.
For here, this will bypass Ogege to Warri, to Mercy City in Warri, which is a full roundabout. Everywhere have expired. So the road, there's ports, many ports. So there are 4 trailers, tankers, especially tankers and those gas and petrol, diesel, where they carry A0, gas and all those many more. So there is so far in the road, keep people.
Now there the money they come. Now then they get the truck, they carry fuel and everything. They go go their business, but the road is bad every day. Motor they fall every day, accident they do every day. This thing they cost, so it's too bad.
However, the situation at the ROCC junction of the road has not changed as motorists have continued to be subjected to hardship. Amas Amego, reporting for BeeTv News.
Different road signs and symbols are made to pass different information to drivers, passengers, and other road users. But it seems that some road users are not acquainted with the various road signs, which not only help in traffic management, but serves as safety for road users. BeeTv News' Rona Agbara has details of this special report.
Road signs are defined as symbols and illustrative guidance for road users for safer and more convenient road use. Whether one drives a car, rides a bike, or even walks on the road, it is important for all to know these road signs and obey them for safety purposes. Some respondents react to it.
Some are so inquisitive. They are always in hurry, impatient. Passenger, because of 100 naira, we made them beat light or flag down a road sign. They will not obey because of one. I want to catch that passenger. They will beat that line. They will not be patient. In so doing, you have violated offense. There are law enforcement agents on ground watching that. You can be apprehended and you will pay the dues or fine for that.
Yes, this pedestrian walkway is meant for people that are walking along the road. So normally they're not supposed to trade on it, and it's supposed to be kept clean. That's the purpose of this pedestrian walkway. When they start trading on it now, the purpose has been defeated like that. So the reason for the government putting this pedestrian is for people to walk. And yes, and that's why it's here. If you watch now, right from the beginning down to this way, you will see the path. So it's made for walking, not for people to trade on.
Walkway is meant for, to be trekking. It's not where they will be shady. You see that most market women, they have taken it as if it is the normal thing to do. It does not mean it is popular, it is proper. It's not proper, it's a very bad habit that they develop. It just happened that people in those states, they don't take correction.
BeeTv News camera lens captured different road signs across different roads in Benin Metropolis and environs. The stop sign alerts drivers to intersections and other areas where traffic may be traveling in opposite or crossing directions. The no parking sign/P sign informs drivers that they can't park in specific locations in the parking lot or at a specified time. No parking signs alert drivers to clear those lanes. The turn left sign is used to indicate to drivers that direction in which they must turn left at the intersection ahead and is placed at intersections. Same goes for the right turn. The roundabout sign advises when the driver is approaching a roundabout. Pedestrian sign provides advance notice of pedestrian activity so drivers can slow down or stop at this point. The traffic lights with red, yellow, and green means stop, get ready, and go, respectively. These signs aids the use of the road, and when these signs are adhered to, it protects the drivers and other road users. Rona Agbara, reporting for BeeTv News.
I've also learned from you, and Rona, thank you so very much for that special report. Moving on. The election of the member representing Isaka West Constituency 2 in the Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Gani Akokia, has been reaffirmed by the Edo State Election Petitions Tribunal, with the state legislature promising to provide quality representation to his constituents. BeeTv News Osaugi Agwebo reports that Honorable Gani Akokia disclosed this after the state tribunal in Benin upheld his election as a duly elected member for Isaka West Constituency 2 in the March 18 Edo State House of Assembly election.
In his judgment, Chairman of the Tribunal, Justice Yusuf Mohammed, who is the Chairman of the three-man panel tribunal, said the petitioner, Sheikh Felix Iyalome of the People's Democratic Party, has alleged irregularities and prayed the tribunal upturn the election of Honorable Gani Akuka, who was declared the winner in the March 18 House of Assembly election. The petitioner said the election was marred by alleging election malpractice and non-compliance with the provision of the Electoral Act 2022, as well as no conduct of the election in doomed polling units. He also accused the Independent Electoral Commission of deliberately omitting results in some wards, where he, as the petitioner, recorded huge votes and called supplementary election to be conducted in those areas. The tribunal, however, dismissed the petition and said the petitioner failed to prove his case with evidence where the election was not conducted and did not specify particulars of polling units where there were alleged irregularities. Reacting to the judgment counsel to the respondent, famous Osawa Esquire lauded the panel for the diligent and thorough job in delivering justice in the petition.
The petition was dismissed on the ground that they were not able to establish the facts, the alleged exclusion. But the fact is that the area they were challenging, there was evidence that those polling units were cancelled by INEC, and for 40G we established. We were able to call evidence about 5 to 6 weaknesses to establish that fact.
On his part, the counsel to the petitioner, Razak Isen-Alume Esquire, said it was a wonderful judgment, that he will meet with his clients to know the next direction.
Well, we are the petitioner in the case. The judgment has been rendered. We appreciate the industry put into the case, but we have already expressed our dissatisfaction. But we will await further directive from our client on the next step to take.
Speaking with the news crew, the declared winner of the election, Honorable Gani Akoka, said the victory is for the people of Isaka West Constituency 2, that the victory will spur him to do more for the people.
We appreciate all their concern, all their prayers, and the case was dismissed. We came out victorious on lack of merit.
Honorable Gani said he will continue to provide robust and quality representation at the State House of Assembly. Osaroge Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
In the same vein, the Edo State Election Petition Tribunal in Benin has upheld the election of Honorable Sunday Egberemole as duly elected member representing Esa Central constituency in the Edo State House of Assembly. BeeTv News Usaogi Agrebo again reports that the presiding judge and chairman of the three-man panel, Justice Yusuf Mohammed, dismissed the petitions filed by Honorable Victor Edoro of the All Progressives Congress for lack of merit.
Delivering judgment in a unanimous decision, the Edo State Election Petition Tribunal dismissed the petition filed by Honorable Victor Edoro of the All Progressive Congress, challenging the victory of Sunday Egberemole of the People's Democratic Party. Chairman of the panel, Justice Yusuf Mohammed, said the petitioner earlier had prayed the court to upturn the election that declared Honorable Sunday Egberemole on the ground that Honorable Sunday presented allegedly forged his certificate, which he presented to the Independent Electoral Commission, adding that the House of Assembly election was invalid due to alleged election malpractice and non-compliance with the provision of the Electoral Act 2022 during the conduct of the election. The petitioner prayed the tribunal to withdraw the certificate of return earlier issued to Honorable Sunday Egberemole by INEC on the ground that he was not qualified to have contested the election in the first place, that he did not score the highest lawful vote cast. The tribunal dismissed the petition on the ground that the petitioner failed to prove the allegation of forgery document, which was one of the major grounds of the petition. Reacting to the judgment counsel to Sunday Egberemole, Razak Isen-Alume Esquire applauded the judgment of the tribunal and said it was obvious that the petitioner could not prove the allegation of forgery as it relates to the name of the respondent and other issues of irregularities.
Petition filed by APC against PDP that won Egberemole Sunday father, principally challenging him that is not qualified, that he submitted a false certificate, which is not true at all. We presented the originals of the certificates and the court saw them and agreed with us. and dismissed the petition. And also that the petition was incompetent. We had argued that they lump all the facts together. The court cannot embark on a nomadic expedition to begin to know which fact supports the other. So it's a victory for democracy and rule of law.
Meanwhile, the news crew attempt to speak with the counsel told the petitioner to ascertain if his client will appeal the judgment proved abortive. Osaroge Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
The acting Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Adewale Adeniyi, has charged newly commissioned officers to uphold the highest level of integrity in their service to their fatherland. He gave the admonition at the passing parade of 81 cadets of Basic Course 1 2023 at the Nigerian Customs Training College in Ikeja, Lagos State. BeeTv News, Mercy Adams has details.
This is the 2 days event to climax the 6 months intensive training for the officers. The training of the officers of the Nigerian Customs Service began with the maiden regimental course night and opportunity for the graduating cadets to learn from senior colleagues as they go ahead of their career. They share their experiences and expectations of the future.
The experience have also been very enlightening.
The journey of 6 months is finally coming to an end.
Despite the rain, the graduating cadets had opportunity to display different skills acquired in the course of their training. Special guest of honor reviewed officer for the parade and acting Control General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Adewale Adeniyi, admonished the graduating officers to act responsibly in the discharge of their duties. He equally announced the mandatory refresher course for senior officers after 5 years of service.
I believe that the future is very, very bright for them, and my administration will not leave any stone unturned in terms of creating the right environments for them to regenerate themselves, to relearn, and to get themselves adapted to the working environments in which they will find themselves.
Commandant Nigerian Customs Service Training College Ikeja appreciated the knowledge imparted on the young officers, urging them to be good ambassadors of the service.
They have prepared skillfully. They've been impacted customs processes and procedures. Technically and tactically, they've been given the regimental setting. So they've gotten what it takes to be a proper custom officer.
The major problem we have been having in the past is when organizations see themselves as competing instead of complementing each other. We must synergize to achieve the goals for which we are established.
Award was also presented to outstanding performers during the training as the new officers take position across the country. The expectation is that they will contribute meaningfully to achieving the rules of the customs service, which includes facilitating trade and enforcing government's fiscal policy. Mercy Adams reporting for BeeTv News.
The Trade Union Congress has said it is set to hold a protest in Lagos to register its displeasure over the ban of one of its affiliate union, Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, by the Lagos State government. BeeTv News' Gloria Afajagbe has the report.
The immediate lifting of the ban on the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria by the Lagos State government is one of the demands by the Trade Union Congress, TUC, before the federal government. The Congress accuses the state government of flaunting the judgment of the industrial court, which invalidated the ban. At its last meeting with the Minister of Labour and Employment, TUC called for federal government intervention on the matter. The Congress said that the state government defends that it has not appealed the judgment does not hold waters. It is now ready to hold a protest in Lagos on Monday.
We will do a lot of mobilization to carry out our protest and express our displeasure once more. If this clarion call is not yielded, then we would now have no further option than to ask our members working in Lagos to withdraw their services forthwith.
TUC also, as media reports about government policy of fuel subsidy resurfaces, Congress. The Congress stated that Nigerians cannot be at the mercy of the exchange rate.
What we are even advocating is that that window should even be less than the 770 naira officially today. It should be less than the initial exchange rate that was used in computing the PMS price of today. If they can take it down to somewhere around 580, we will buy PMS even cheaper. So the devil is actually in the exchange rate.
Apart from the lifting of the ban from the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, TUC demands include removal of tax for low-income earners, provision of 3,000 buses as promised by the federal government, and commencement of the compressed natural gas initiatives. Gloria Afajagbe reporting for BeeTv News.
The Borno State Police Command has paraded a repentant Boko Haram terrorist for allegedly killing and burying his wife in Maiduguri, the state capital. The police says it will ensure justice is served on the perpetrator in order to serve as a deterrent to others. The report is presented by Mercy Adams.
The news of the repentant Boko Haram terrorist that killed his wife and buried her at her farm has spread like wildfire in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Many were still doubting if it was just a mere rumor or a fact. Some journalists visited the police headquarters in Maiduguri, where the police public relations officer, Sani Shantambaya, explained the situation and gave further details.
One Musa Dauda, a repentant Boko Haram terrorist of Dala area, Maiduguri, invited his divorced wife, one Hafsa Musa, aged 45 years, of the same address, to meet him in her farm situated inside Mohammed Goni Stadium, Bulungtu area. Since then, Hafsa Musa did not return back home, neither was she seen again. The police operative of the command received information from one Uwani Bello and Nura Muhammad that they visited a farm and discovered a lifeless body of Hafsat Mohammed, half buried to the ground. Effort was then intensified to arrest the prime suspect, Musa Dauda, who is said to be her former husband and had disappeared and was declared wanted by the police.
The Borno State Police image maker noted that the matter will not be swept under the carpet.
The state CID has commenced diligent investigation and the suspect will soon be arraigned in court for prosecution. The command is always on its toe to ensure that no stone is left unturned.
The suspect was brought before journalists to confess to his crimes.
He says, I went to the farm to assist her, but when I arrived, I caught her having an affair with another man. I was furious and decided to stone the man with the hoe I was holding. Unfortunately, the hoe injured her badly and she died instantly. I was afraid of the situation. That was why I buried her and ran away.
The police says the suspect will be charged to court after investigation has been concluded. The command wants the public to always report any suspicious movement around them to the police. Mercy Adams reporting for BeeTv News.
The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has said over 4,000 inmates are held in custodial centers across the country over their inability to pay fines slammed on them by judges and magistrates. This was as he lamented that over 70% of the total population in the nation's custodial centers are awaiting trial. He noted that the number of inmates in the correctional facilities will reduce to 40% if non-custodial alternatives as provided for in the Correctional Service Act are explored. A statement on Saturday by the minister's media advisor Alao Babatunde said he spoke when the ambassador of the European Union to Nigeria, Samuela Isopi, visited him at his office in Abuja. The minister stated that the EU could support the country in deploying technology to enhance border management architecture within the country. The minister urged the EU to support the federal government's plan to carry out an audit of all correctional centers. Tunji-Ojo noted that the ministry was working on key reforms, especially in areas of travel documentation processes and knowledge transfer. Earlier, the ambassador assured the minister of the support of the European Union, noting that the EU would rather technical support in managing the illegal aspects of migration, as well as curbing human trafficking and people smuggling. And some health matters. Fruits are a good source of vitamins and minerals, recognized for their role in preventing vitamin C and vitamin A deficiency. People who incorporate fruits and vegetables as part of a healthy eating pattern have a reduced risk of some chronic diseases. In this special report, BeeTv News' Rona Agbara chronicles the health benefits of fruit consumption.
Mama, give me 200.
Fruits are an important part of a healthy eating pattern and the source of many vital nutrients, including potassium, folate, folic acid, and antioxidants. Fruits such as oranges, apples, pineapples, bananas, pawpaws, and the many others all contain nutrients needed in the body for balance and immunity. A diet rich in fruits and veggies can lower blood pressure, reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke, prevent some types of cancer, lower risk of eye and digestive problems, and have a positive effect upon blood sugar, which can help keep appetites in check. In an interview with some consumers, they highlighted these benefits and more.
Fruits good for body, they help build our system. I know say it's there, but maybe they still try bring our count down. Orange, pineapple, all those things is good for our heads. So that's when they grow, when they get blood, they give blood.
So of course we value food that gives energy giving food, and we want to really work excessively. But if we give attention to consumption of fruits, we will really enjoy the benefit of it, and we'll have a cause to appreciate God. There are some food that when you keep them in fridge, you can preserve them, especially those ones that maybe probably you didn't cut them. They will stay long, but the moment you cut some of them, like watermelon, they will not survive. But like watermelon, when it's not cut and you kept them in the fridge, definitely to survive. So refrigeration is one method of keeping them, and so there are some you can expose to the air. Let air just come through them and they will survive.
Variety is as important as quantity. Combination of fruits is the way to go, as no single fruit or vegetable provides all of the nutrients that is needed for a healthy living. While this is a known fact, getting variety of fruits is expensive, as some respondents pointed out.
Before we take that, we will show that 200. But now we start with 200. And the moment we say that 200 for 5. So it's a surprise. If you don't check that like that, it's not correct.
Moving on, the society is made up of family. Majority of the global population lives in polygamous household. What effect does polygamy have on the society? BeeTv News' Rona Agbara sought the opinion of some citizens and religious leaders on the issue. And here is her report.
A type of relationship that typically involves a person marrying more than one partner is known as polygamy. When a woman marries more than one man is polyandry, and a man marrying more than one wife is polygyny. Polygamy involves at least 3 individuals, a person married to 2 different spouses, but there is no limit to how many spouses a person in this type of relationship may have. However, polygamy is either illegal or discouraged in most regions and some religions, while it is not seen as an unlawful act by some other religious beliefs. Polygamy, according to some respondents, has its upside and downside. Some respondents said a polygamous home is more organized because everyone knows their place, adding that polygamy is not bad because it gives one the luxury of having many children. Some said it meets the sexual need of a man such that he doesn't have to go out of his home looking for sexual satisfaction outside.
It's not good because it used to encourage over competition among women and among children. It makes them go to the wrong length to achieve success.
The load, you can't survive it, I'm telling you. You can't survive it. I think you should go with one. That's the best thing for me too.
Having more than one wife. Maybe the last one wants the children to be the best. Or the first one, she's the first woman in the house and nobody else like that. They go into all kinds of funny things, fetish things to see that their own children are the only well-to-do children and all of that. And it has affected many.
I support polygamy because from my experience, I have spent some time in this world and I discovered that polygamous homes are more organized than some monogamous home. I've seen a monogamous home where the children are killing themselves. And I've also seen polygamous home where there is love.
Some other respondents reacted saying that polygamy should not be encouraged, stating that it is the major cause of strife and jealousy in the family, which in turn affects the society, while citing that the Bible said a man is entitled to only one wife. Speaking on the Islamic belief on polygamy, the chief imam of the Benin Central Mosque, Alhaji Inabulele, said polygamy is a blessing from Allah, adding that a man can marry up to 2 or more wives as much as he can care for their emotional and material needs. He said, although it is not compulsory, but it is not wrong in Islamic faith for polygamy to take place in marriages.
To avoid prostitution, adultery and the rest of the thing. So in a way, it's a blessing from Allah if we are able to fulfill the obligation, the rules and regulations governing polygamy. It's meant for those who have the ability and capability, who can take care of them. It's a crime for you to marry a woman who cannot take care of her.
On the other part, Pastor Tunde Olawuyi Flourish said the Bible does not encourage polygamy, adding that in the beginning God instituted marriage to be one man and one wife and not wives.
Matthew chapter 19 verse 6, the Bible said the Pharisees came unto him, tempting him, saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? And Jesus answered and said unto them, have ye not read that which made them at the beginning? Made them male and female. Polygamy was not instituted by God, the author of the marriage. It from the beginning, he made a man and a woman.
In many parts of Africa, polygamy is not only permitted, but widely practiced. Polygamous relationships can be complicated.
Contractors will soon heave a sigh of relief as Boa Cement is set to crush the price of a bag of cement to 3,500 from 5,500 naira after a recent meeting with the managing director of Boa Cement Company with the president of the country, President Bola Tinubu. BeeTv News, Naomi Omasho, quotes some respondents as he's pressing the light, while others said it might not come into reality. The report.
Cement, which is an essential material for building and construction work over the years, has risen in price astronomically, making it difficult for the common masses to dream of building a home of their dream. With the latest proposal of crashing the price from 5,000 naira to 3,000 or 3,500 by the founder of BOA, Abdul Samad Rabiu. After meeting with President Bola Tinubu, the common man in the streets can afford to dream again. Mr. Rabiu said the price crash is part of his company's contribution to supporting the effort of the federal government to stabilize the prices of essential commodities.
What we want to do is to support the government, to sit down with the minister to see how we can bring down the price of cement once we have these 2 lines up and running by the end of the year. I'm happy to support the government. We are going to reduce the price of cement once these 2 lines are up and running. And I can assure you that we'll do everything, to support the government and to support Nigerians. It is true that the price of cement is high now, and that is simply maybe because of the devaluation and all the issues that we're having in the country now. Hence the reason why we decided that we are going to support and bring down the price of cement. And this is a promise from myself.
BeeTv crew met with some respondents, however, divergent in their views as it resonates around trust, while some were filled with excitement in anticipation of the new price of cement.
The reduction in price will definitely affect will enhance the builders, and it will make them to have the faith or belief in the products. We will make them to be happy to get the product and use.
Price slash. By the grace of God, it's going to affect the economy positively. It's going to affect the economy positively, and other companies will have to emulate from the BOA company.
I think it will be okay to reduce the price so that it can help the other people that don't have the money to buy for 5,500, they can buy for 3,500. For the other, so that people that don't have can also afford it.
If this may can come down to 3,000 or 2,500, many of our youth, so that they can build a house. Because we are now, we have stopped building. We cannot build because a bag of cement is 5,500, close to 6,000. But if we have A Boaz mate, if he can bring it down, we'll be very happy. Thank God.
With the prices of goods and commodities rising, the crashing of the price of cement can be the game changer Nigerian citizens have been waiting for. With this move by BUA, persuade other cement producing companies to bring down the prices of their commodities. Naomi Omasho reporting for BeeTv News.
Breadwinner is a term for the primary or sole income earner in a household who contributes the largest portion of household income, generally that covers most household expenses and financial support of their dependents. In this report, BeeTv News' Gloria Afajagbe went to town to sample the views of residents in Benin Metropolis to know who is supposed to be the breadwinner of the family. Is it the man as the head of the family or the wife? Can she also be the breadwinner? Let's find out from her report.
Over time, the man is referred to as the head of the family and is expected to lead, protect, and provide for his family, which they say is his God-given role since creation. But with the passing of time, especially in this jet age, where farming is no longer the main source of income for many families, women are now seen and even expected to contribute financially, while in some situations become the breadwinner, if not the sole provider in the home. In Nigeria, for instance, some women are increasingly becoming the breadwinners in their families due to some factors that prevent their husbands from playing their traditional roles as the heads of the family. In an interview with BeeTv News team, some Benin residents said that naturally the man is supposed to be the breadwinner of the family, but the woman can step in and support the man in some circumstances. The respondent added that it does not really matter who pay more bills in the home, provided the responsibilities and basic needs of the family is taken care of.
It's compulsory, and God says so. But if by circumstances the wife becomes the breadwinner, there's nothing wrong about it. You see. But the man the person God said he should be the head of the family is the husband.
It don't really matter who really get bread, but the waiting matter now be the bread come.
According to Bible, it said man is the head, while woman is the helpmate. So that does not mean that the woman should not be in support in anything. If you are opportunity to be the one that God have blessed as a wife, you will cater, you will care for the family and still give the respect to your husband.
Other respondents noted that it is painful seeing women becoming breadwinners of the family, saying it is not compulsory for them, but they can always support their husband. They advise women to be patient, respectful, and avoid third parties when dealing with family affairs.
The woman can also be the breadwinner, because when we are helpmates to a man. So when the man is done, it's our duty as a woman to carry the cross. It's good we support our husband in anything at all. It's not only only in bed. Both cash and kind, we're supposed to support our husband.
She's not supposed to be disrespectful. It's possible it's the man said that is making provision for her and then in reverse for the family. So it's the man, it's the honor of the man that she's using to provide for the family. So she should just have regard for the entire family.
The respondents were of the opinion that the man is expected to be the breadwinner and the head of the family, but the woman can support her husband based on mutual understanding and effective communication. Gloria Afajagbe, reporting for BeeTv News.
Does it really matter who is the breadwinner? Thank you, Gloria, for that report. Moving on, women are getting more involved in intra-city transportation business in Benin City. In this report, BeeTv News' Naomi Omasho went to town to find out why women are now interested in transportation business, which of course is majorly dominated by men.
An old saying that what a man can do, a woman can do even better seems to be playing itself in the transportation business as women are getting more involved in intra-city transport. This trend may not be unconnected with the harsh economic situation in the country, as some women who are breadwinners in some homes have no choice than to find alternative means of income. Some of the female commercial drivers and other residents comment on why they ventured into the business.
Me doing this job, I'm not regretting. So it's a way to help myself and my family. At least I have kids that I take care of. So some people do look down on me and some do encourage me.
They do this job so. No be say work, they work no day, but wetin they face for the road, it's too much. But nothing to do, I just manage the job.
Queen Agro, the chairman of National Union of Road Transport Workers, said she has tried so many business and did not succeed. Hence, she went into driving, which she said is paying off.
So this is what I do to feed them, school fees, anything. Paying my contribution, anything is just the best.
And some respondents said women are not supposed to key into this kind of business because, according to them, it's strenuous. Having that is best suits the man folks.
Taking care of our children at her house now. We be on the road riding bus.
Normally, women are not supposed to do this kind of work, but time goes on now. Maybe even our husband or our people or something like that, maybe nobody to even help. That's why she won't do any work. It's not her fault.
As it stands, women are getting more involved in the transportation business. This used to be a male-dominated sector, but with the advent of women into this venture, do you think the transportation business will remain the same?
As you can see behind me, women involving in intra-city transportation. This is one among many in the business. With this, do you think the transport business will have a woman's touch? And who will be at home taking care of the children? Naomi Omasho reporting for BeeTv News.
We are dominating everywhere, whether you like it or not. We are now in transportation business. Moving on, every 4 years, Nigerians have the opportunity of going to the polls to elect senators into the Senate to represent them in each of the 32 states, including the Federal Capital Territory. There are 3 senators per state and 1 from the FCT. And in the House of Representatives, there are 360 members. The duty of the legislators is to make laws for the good governance of the country, carry out oversight function, as well as provide effective and efficient representation to their constituents. But how much do the public know about these lawmakers? Well, BeeTv News' Rona Agbara takes it from here.
The Nigerian Senate represents the legislative branch in the country, being the upper house of the National Assembly, while the House of Representatives, also called Green Chamber, is the lower chamber of Nigeria's National Assembly, and they all consist of members who serve the 4-year term and mandates can be renewed.
The National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is a bicameral legislature established under Section 4 of the Nigerian Constitution. It consists of a Senate of 109 members and 360 members of the House of Representatives. Do Nigerians know how many senators and members of the House of Representatives we have? That is the question on the streets today. Steve, how many senators do you think we have in Nigeria?
I have no idea actually.
Just call a number.
Okay, 7.
7.
I can't really say, but let me just guess. Let's say like maybe 40 something or thereabout, 48 or thereabout.
In those states. In Nigeria, I didn't know.
Just any number.
I didn't know.
Okay, how many senators we get for the whole Nigeria? If it be all the
senators.
Oh yeah, how many numbers?
36, I don't know.
Say the one you just said now.
36.
36 senators.
1 senator per state.
Say the number you think.
I'm in a hurry.
Just say a number now.
Senators.
Yes, how many senators?
I'm in a hurry.
You are joking now, just say a number. How many senators for 36 states? How many senators do we have?
I think we have 4 in the states.
Okay, so altogether is
70 something. I can't remember.
Your name, please. How many number, like the number of House of Rep in Nigeria? The members, how many are there?
In Nigeria?
Yes. Say the number you think.
Okay, if let me just say 35.
Okay, what about senators? How many senators do we have in Nigeria?
It should be the same number.
You catch me on our way.
How many?
House of Rep.
Yes, how many?
I don't know.
Just say
I don't forget.
What do you think the number? Like,
I think okay, since
be
it's
around-
774. I mean local government 774.
No, I don't mean. Okay. How many senators are there?
Senators. This kind of question be always one. Huh? We have 774 local government and House of Rep. And House of Rep now constituency. So.
The same number.
And so now 774 now, Abi.
For the 36 states.
Yes, now you know every senator is representing each state. So altogether, how many senators do you have?
We have about 40 something.
How many senators do we have in Nigeria represented?
I don't know.
How many House of Representative members?
Maybe 30 something. 36 now.
How many House of Rep members?
Sorry.
You already answered now. Finish it now. How many House of Rep members?
I can't recollect, sorry. That's not my look at. I cannot know that.
Me, I don't know. 774, Abi.
Okay. How many House of Rep members?
I've got no idea. I can't remember.
New country, I have no idea.
How many House of Rep members?
I have no idea. I barely follow politics.
We see that a lot of Nigerians do not even know the numbers of senators representing them in the country. There are 109 senators and 360 members of the House of Representatives. Please be informed and know these things about your country, about your Nigeria. Rona Agbara, reporting for BeeTv News.
Rona, I love those smiles. Now you've been able to educate a lot of people that we have 109 senators at the red chambers of the National Assembly and 360 members of the House of Representatives, popularly known as the Great Chambers. We go on a quick break. When we come back, we bring you stories from the international scene, sports and entertainment. Stay with us.
Jonasco Technical Enterprise. Dey for you where they build o. No let soap dey pepper your eye when you dey river. As Jonasco get better solid doors and stainless handrail dem. Bulletproof door, e dey. Double pan door, abi na one pan door you need? Or jabrata. Come see gate with different designs. Wrought iron, laser pan gate, iron gate, stainless gate, and no fit to call am finish. Jonasco Technical Company, in a importer, exporter, sabi iron roofing matter, building of borehole, construction of tank, transportation and general contractor. Oya alele go JJ Owa Junction off Upper Mission Extension after Temboga Junction, Ute Quarters, Benin City. Call am for this number 08065970286 07047177302 09029292819. For Jonasco Technical, we dey for you.
Chai. Original no be my mind. Authentic no be my mind.
Original no be fake. Quality painting. EDS. For quality painting. Na EDS. For quality painting. Na EDS. For emotion, super satin, super matte, gravitas paint today. Texture paint today, and the high quality emotion now for EDS. You know go fed you for EDS.
EDS Quality Paints, Kilometer 12, Benin Saple Road by Ogege Quarters, Benin City, or our branch office, 68 Saple Road, opposite former Edo State Library, now ShopRite.
Contact us today on 090-5320-6873. EDS Quality Paints, giving your walls life.
Thank you so very much for staying with us. And now a peep into the foreign scene where a veteran U.S. Senator has temporarily stepped down as head of the Chamber's Powerful Foreign Relations Committee as he battles bribery charges. Justice Department prosecutor alleged Robert Menendez and his wife accepted hundreds of thousands of dollars in exchange for aid to Egypt's government. The couple have denied the charges. The embattled senator has rejected calls from fellow Democrats back in his home state of New Jersey to resign his seat. For more on the global news, let's now join Rebecca Goffey.
evening and welcome to the Global News Update on BeeTv News. My name is Rebecca Goffey. Ukraine says Friday's missile strike on the headquarters of Russia's Black Sea Fleet in Crimea was timed to coincide with a meeting of naval officials. In a short statement, the Ukrainian military claimed the strike had caused deaths and injuries but did not provide more details. On Friday, Moscow said one serviceman was missing after the attack. The fleet, based in the port city of Sevastopol, is seen as the best of Russia's navy. The Ukrainian military statement on Saturday asserted that it had left dozens of dead and wounded occupiers, including the top management of the fleet. U.S. President Joe Biden plans to give Ukraine advanced-range missiles to help Kyiv with its ongoing counter-offensive, U.S. media reports. They quote U.S. officials familiar with the issue as saying Ukraine will get some ATACMS missiles with a range of up to 190 miles, equivalent to 300 kilometers. This would enable Kyiv to hit Russian targets deep behind the front line. At least 2 Ukrainian missiles hit the headquarters of Russia's Black Sea Fleet in annexed Crimea on Friday. A Ukrainian military source told the BBC that the attack in the port of Sevastopol used Storm Shadow missiles, which are supplied by Britain and France. Such missiles have a range of just over 150 miles. U.S. senators are leading calls for an international observer mission to the Azerbaijani enclave of Nagorno-Karabakh as conditions worsen for its ethnic Armenian residents. Democrat Gary Peters, leading a delegation to the area, said people there were very fearful. Food and medicine are running low in the main city. However, the International Red Cross said it managed to deliver 70 tons of relief aid on Saturday. It was the first convoy to reach the disputed territory since Azerbaijan captured it in a lightning operation 5 days ago. Russia also sent earlier. Moscow said Armenian fighters in Nagorno-Karabakh had started to give up their weapons to Russian peacemakers. Ethnic Armenians living in Karabakh had told the media that conditions in Stepanakert, known as Kakhendi by Azerbaijanis, are critical. And that's it on the Global News Update for tonight. I am Rebecca Goffey. Thanks so very much for watching.
Thank you, Rebecca. And now to sports news, where England's captain Harry Kane scored a hat-trick and assisted twice as Bayern Munich extended their unbeaten start to the Bundesliga season. Kane reacted quickly to smash home a loose ball in the Bochum box in the first half before converting a penalty after the break. The game eventually ended 7-0 in favor of Bayern Munich. For more on the sports news, let's now join Uyi Lambert.
Good evening and welcome to the sports segment on BeeTv News tonight. I'm Oyi Lambert.
Wilfred Ndidi has applauded Leicester City manager Enzo Maresca for his role in the team's impressive start to the new season. The Foxes have recorded 6 wins from 7 league outings this season. Leicester City currently occupies second position on the table with 18 points, credited the Italian for the team's superlative showing so far. The Foxes defeated Norwich City 2-0 in midweek, with Ndidi's teammate Kelechi Iheanacho netting the opener from the spot. Odion Ighalo was on target for Al Wihda in their 4-0 win against Abha in the Saudi Professional League on Friday. It is Ighalo's 5th goal in his 5th league appearance for Al Wihda. Ighalo got his side's 4th goal with 2 minutes left to help them record back-to-back league wins. Going into Friday's game, Ighalo bagged a hat-trick in Al Wihda's 4-2 win against Denmark on Thursday, September 19. Al Wihda jumped into 7th spot in the 18-team league table on 12 points. Last season, Ighalo scored 19 goals in 27 league games for Al Hilal. Spain's world champions and their Swedish opponents on Friday held up a banner with the slogan "It's over" in protest over the sexism scandal which has engulfed the Spanish Football Federation. Spain won the Nations League clash in Gothenburg 3-2 when Mariona Canditi converted a penalty 6 minutes into added time. The pre-match protest came as the Spain team returned to action for the first time since lifting the World Cup, where former Federation chief Luis Rubiales kissed player Hernan Hermoso on the lips. The 22-player held up the banner bearing the Spanish phrase "Se acabó," meaning it is over, adding that the struggle of the players against chauvinism and sexual assault was a global fight for equality between men and women.
And that is the size of the package of the sports segment tonight on BeeTv News. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Uyi Lambat. Good evening.
And now to entertainment news. Nigerian singer Oluwatobi Lola Daniel Adenugbe, professionally known as Kiss Daniel, has spoken about how fatherhood has impacted him. Appearing as a guest on the latest episode of the Afrobeats podcast, the entertainer noted that his children changed him. He stated that having children brought out a different sort of humanness in him, making him more social and understanding. For more on the entertainment scene now, let's now join Mercy Adams.
Good evening and welcome to the entertainment segment on BeeTv News. I am Mercy Adams. Vector gets his groove on his new single, Bedu.
Vector is the foremost hip-hop stars in Nigeria with 4 studio albums, 4 mixtapes, and 2 EPs under his belt. His ability has earned him the position of a creative director and class master for Hennessy First Class Nigeria since 2016. The rapper, whose album Teslim was ranked among the best hip-hop albums of 2022, also recently launched Lafiaji Radio, a podcast channel available in Cool FM and on YouTube. Through his platform, he challenges norms, sparks conversation about African histories and practices. Listeners can enjoy his latest single Bedu, which is a call to have fun and live in the moment as the challenges of life can never end. Victor Edi spreads message of hope on a new single, MIDF, Na Money I Dey Find. The song is a message of hope and strength for those who are battling to make ends meet, reminding them that with faith and determination, they can rise from zero to hero. His new single, MIDF, Na Money I Dey Find, aims to offer hope and strength to people who are struggling to make ends meet, letting them know that with God on their side, they can make it from zero to hero. The song reflects on Victor Edi's own experiences and the challenges he overcame on his path to success. In this latest release, he blends his journey with the struggles faced by countless Nigerians, delivering a relatable message. Funke Akindele stars in 5-part drama series She Must Be Obeyed, launching exclusively on Prime Video from 29th September. She Must Be Obeyed is a captivating 5-part mini-series diving into the intriguing world of stardom and secrets, premiering exclusively on Prime Video from 29th September. She Must Be Obeyed offers a window into the lives of 3 successful music stars. It unveils the cutthroat rivalries and backstabbing activities they engaged in, all in effort to outshine one another and protect their top positions. The series cast include Nancy Sime, Patience Ozokwo, Rachel Okonkwo, and many other celebrities.
She will be the only female to perform. I'm hot. That low-budget Beyonce.
I don't change my level. And that's the entertainment news for this evening. Over to Best Orator for the concluding segment on the news. I am Mercy Adams. Good night.
Thank you, Mercy. Before we go, a recap of our major stories. We told you that the Ministry of Niger Delta Development is currently exploring a joint venture between the Edo State government and the Niger Delta Development Commission to expedite the completion of the ongoing Bini-Abraka Road. We also told you that Edo State Election Petitions Tribunal has affirmed APC Honorable Gani Akohian's election member representing Esako West Constituency 2 and that of the PDP Honorable Sunday Igbere Mole representing Esa Central Constituency at the Edo State House of Assembly. We finally told you that the Nigerian Customs Service has graduated 81 cadets from the Ikeja Training College. And that's the size of our news bulletin. Thank you so very much for being a part of it. My name is Best Orator, Jehovah's willing. We'll see you again on Monday. Good night.